The next step is to set up the 3 backdrops. Each backdrop is going to represent a different level in the game. So what we do is we go on to the left-hand side, bottom left-hand side, click on Stage to bring up the backdrop options. And the first backdrop, so if we choose the rectangle tool, and we're just going to have an orange, make sure it's got the fill option selected, and create a rectangle that goes along the bottom of the frame. So that is basically just representing the ground. Then we're going to have an object. Again, we're going to use the rectangle tool, but this time it's going to be a square, and it's going to be a red square. So if we change the color to red, ensuring that it's still got the fill option there, hold down the Shift key, and then create a red square. So this object is what the bowling ball is going to move towards. So as we can see, we've got that first backdrop there, backdrop 1. Backdrop 2 is going to look very similar to backdrop 1, but it's just going to have another obstacle in the middle of the frame. So we will go over and in the menu bar, click on Duplicate, and then stamp on top of the backdrop, and that creates a duplicate. So in backdrop 2, make sure that you are in backdrop 2. Then go back down and click on orange and the rectangle tool. And we're just going to create a obstacle in the middle of backdrop 2 that the bowling ball will have to go over before it hits the red box. The last backdrop, backdrop 3, is going to look very similar to backdrop 1, so we're just going to duplicate that backdrop again. So go and get the duplicate and stamp onto backdrop 1. This time, however, we're going to have a yellow square at the end, and we're also going to have a section in the middle here which is going to be like blue water. So instead of deleting that, we could delete it, or what I'm going to choose to do instead is just going to go and choose the yellow color, and I'm just going to do a box straight over the top of this one just to replace it, like so. And then I'm also going to go and select the blue and just do a section in the middle here that is going to be like blue water for the bowling ball to have to jump over. It's really important actually that the blue water is at least at the very same height as the orange, because otherwise if there's any orange that shows above the water, then when we enter the code won't recognize the blue. It will recognize the orange, and that function won't work. Right, so now we have our 3 backdrops ready for our 3 different levels.